Hello, it's Jim Hutchins for the Jerusalem Connection Truth Report for this week. Well, today is, according to rabbinic calendar, Rosh Hashanah, first of the year. That's not according to the biblical calendar, as we'll clarify later on. But I think it's important that we recognize it. I'm not sure how many of our political leaders do recognize it, but the president has said something about it. And whether you like him or not, he's a great fan of Israel, and he tells us why here. In an article by the El Jaminer staff, they say U.S. President Donald Trump spoke once again of his personal connection of Judaism this past week, as he had a telephone call with American Jewish leaders to mark Rosh Hashanah, or the biblical day of Yom Teruah, the day of shouting, the day of trumpets. It is the Jewish New Year, which began last night, Sunday. Trump said, "I'm very proud father of a Jewish daughter, Ivanka, and my son-in-law, who I'm very proud of also. I will say that very loudly, Jared, and my Jewish grandchildren, namely 3 beautiful Jewish grandchildren that I love." He said over a period of 20 minutes, the article says, the president spoke glowingly about Jewish contributions to the U.S. in his efforts to broker a peace deal between Israel and the Palestinians, as well as his recent deportation to Germany of a Nazi collaborator, Jacques Palev, and his determination to combat anti-Semitism in America. The president has committed himself to that. Over the centuries, the Jewish people have suffered unthinkable persecution. Yet you've not only endured, you have thrived and flourished as an example of humankind. He goes on, over the centuries, the Jewish people have, on Israel, Trump emphasized that he had kept his promise to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of Israel. And as we have since moved our embassy to Tel Aviv to its rightful home in the Holy City. Regarding his peace efforts, Trump praised his team's progress on the issue. Ambassador Friedman, Jason Greenblatt, and Jared Kushner and others are working hard to reach a peace agreement between the Israelis and the Palestinians. Said Trump, quote, "All my life I've heard that the hardest deal to make is this one, and I'm starting to believe that it may be so. But I will say that if it can be delivered, we will deliver it." Both Kushner and Friedman were present on the call, along with Norm Coleman, the chairman of the Republican Jewish Coalition, and Harvard Law professor Alan Dershowitz, a Jewish Democrat now widely viewed as a Trump confidant. "It's an honor to be asking you a question," Dershowitz told the president, going on to inquire whether the Jewish community should, quote, "be optimistic that you can help bring about a peaceful solution to the conflict that we all pray for all the time." And Trump responded, "I think the answer to that is a very strong yes. They will continue to work for this, and we eagerly await the outcome." But having said that, I just want to refer to the scriptures regarding Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah is from the rabbinical calendar, and the rabbinical calendar that we acknowledge today was developed by the rabbis during the Babylonian captivity. When they came out of captivity, they brought the Babylonian calendar, and on that calendar, the first of the year is now in the fall, whereas in the scriptures, the first of the year is right around Passover in the spring. And we know from the scriptures that Jesus fulfilled all these festivals of the spring: Passover, unleavened bread, first fruits, and 50 days later, Shavuot, or the Feast of Pentecost. And then in the fall, we believe, having set the example on the spring festivals, he will fulfill all of these festivals in the fall, the first of which is Yom Teruah, which the rabbis call Rosh Hashanah, the scriptures call Yom Teruah, and then Yom Kippur, and then after that Sukkot, or the Feast of Tabernacles. This is all yet to come, but we believe just as he literally fulfilled the spring festivals, he will literally fulfill the fall festivals. And with that understanding, we believe that we'll not know the hour or the day, but we'll know the season, and it will be this season of the year when the Messiah returns in great power and glory and establishes his kingdom. I want to read just a couple of passages here regarding his coming. This is from 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 13. Brethren, I do not want you to be ignorant about those who fall asleep or grieve like the rest of men who have no hope. We believe that Jesus died and rose again, and so we believe that God will bring with Jesus those who have fallen asleep in him. According to the Lord's own word, we tell you that we who are still alive and who are left at the coming of the Lord will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the archangel, with the trumpet call of God. That's the trumpet call. That's the last trumpet. Revelation 11 refers to that, and so does 1 Corinthians 15. We'll note it in just a minute. After that, we are caught up, who are still alive will be and left will be caught up together with them in the clouds and to meet the Lord in the air. So we will ever be with the Lord. Therefore, encourage each other with these words. That's the Yom Teruah that we're looking for. It'll not be this season. There are a number of scriptures that have to be fulfilled before that takes place. But the day is coming when, according to verse 51 of 1 Corinthians 15, when it says, "Listen, I tell you a mystery," the apostle says. "We will not all sleep, but we will all be changed in a flash, in a twinkling of an eye, at the last trumpet. For the trumpet will sound, and the dead will be raised imperishable, and we will be changed." That's yet to come. But the glorious return of Messiah in power and great glory will come in this fall season. So look for it, anticipate it, pray for it, because indeed that's the truth. That is the truth. His coming will be on Yom Teruah. That is the truth.